Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. I recently went to Home Depot and found these boards. They were so inexpensive and I did pick up a few of them to show you how you can make beautiful home decor using very inexpensive wood. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and now let's craft. Before I continue, I do want to show you that you can find these online, and here is a UPC code. Starting with my first project, I'm going to use one of these boards, and each of them is 24 inches long. This one right here, I'm going to measure one 7 inches and then the other 8 inches. Then I'm going to use my hand saw to cut these, and the other piece that is left over, I am going to save it for another project. And this is my first piece. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the other one, which is going to be 8 inches. And now I have my two pieces, which I am going to use these pieces essentially to smooth out all the edges. For this next step, you do need a drill, or you need something that you can carve into the wood. Now I started off by using this right here, but it didn't work because this is going to make a hole that is 1 inch wide. So I was like, this is way too big. So I do end up switching it to a different drill bit. The drill bit I'm using right here, it's kind of small. That's why to make the circle bigger, I did have to go like round and round so it can make it bigger. But here is the first hole. Once I was done doing one hole, I then did two other more on each, like real close to the middle one, so then it can become one whole big one. Honestly, there's probably an easier way to make holes, but this is the only option I had. And this is how the holes turned out. As you can see, they're not very deep. They're probably like 1 inch. I use a bottle of water. I cut it in half and use it as a little tray. I added water and I mix all of these paints together to make like a stain. But honestly, once I had mixed all of these together and I used it as a stain, it literally just looked like it was like black paint and water. And this is the color it turned out. Honestly, I think I added way too much black paint, but I still like how this looked. So I then went ahead and used a napkin to wipe it down because it was way too watery and I wanted this to dry fast. And this is the color it turned out once they were dry, but honestly now I can see a little bit of that brown and gray undertone. Before I move on, I'm going to flip these around and add some sawtooth hooks. I did purchase these little sawtooth hooks at Walmart for $10.99, and it had 135 pieces. That includes 3 different colors and the little screws. So now moving on, I'm going to add some of this greenery. Now I purchased this back when it was $1.25 from Dollar Tree. But Walmart does carry greenery that is way cheaper than Dollar Tree. I am so sad that the greenery went up. So for this, I am going to make some little bushes, leaving like about 1.5 inches of the stem. So I'm going to start by adding some of the stems and adding hot glue to the stems and then hot glue inside. But after adding all of the stems inside, I will be adding more hot glue just so everything stays together and in place. So once I am done doing it to one side, I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. But that is it. Look how beautiful these little planters turned out, and they were so inexpensive to make. This next project honestly is very easy and simple. All I did is cut these in 4 different pieces. 2 of them are going to be 7 inches and the other 2 are going to be 5 inches long. Before I glue these together, I am going to sand down all the edges. To glue these together, I will be using the Dollar Tree wood glue and hot glue. So now I'm going to show you 2 different ways how you can glue these together. I'm going to start by doing option 1, which is this one right here. Looks more like a rectangle. And option 2 is gluing them more like a square. I decided to go with option 1. Once again, I will be mixing wood glue and hot glue together. Before I paint it, I am going to let it dry for a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to use the same mixture of paint I used earlier to stain this or paint this, whatever you want to call it. So the last thing I will be doing to this is adding a little sawtooth hook to the back. But that is it for this little cute shelf. For my next project, I am going to cut this in 4 different pieces. Each piece is going to be 6 inches long. Even though this piece only makes 4 pieces, do y'all guys remember earlier when I mentioned in my first project that I was going to use the leftover piece in another project? Well, it's going to be, for this one, I am going to use the leftover little piece to cut another 6-inch piece. After marking where the 6-inch mark is, as you can see, there's another little piece that is 4 inches, and that is going to be my last project. So for the first 2 projects, I did use my handsaw, but then I got tired and I used my jigsaw, which honestly, I don't know what happened if I measured things wrong, but all of these pieces, only 3 of them are the exact 6 inches. The other 2 are a little bit smaller. Honestly, I do not know what happened. I don't know how I measured this, but that is okay. I'm still gonna use all these 5, and instead of gluing these together side by side, I'm going to just do it more like one up, one down, one up, and one down. Once again, I will be using a combination of hot glue and wood glue. So after gluing these together, I flip this around and I like this side better. That's why I am removing the sticker. I will be using the same mixture of paint I made, but I did mix it a little bit more, and I seen that all the way at the bottom there was the brown and gray. That's why this one looks less black. And this is the color it turned out once it was dry. Honestly, I love how this turned out. Now moving on, I am going to show you the stencils I will be using. These are $14.99 and Amazon. I'll have the link down in the description box in case you want to check them out. I feel like they're so inexpensive. 20 come in this pack, and as you can see, they're all different sizes. After trying 3 different stencils, I went ahead and used this one right here that says "Together We Have It All." Now, so it doesn't move around, I used the Dollar Tree painter's tape and painted the sides. To paint this, I used this little paintbrush that I got from Walmart, and I'm using some white chalk paint, and I did go over it twice. I left it dry in between the coats. And this is how it looks after removing the stencil. The last thing I did was added a sawtooth hook to the back, but that is it. Look how pretty this turned out. My last project is going to be the leftover little piece, which is 4 inches. I'm going to paint it the same stain mix that I made. For this one, I'm using a Dollar Tree little stencil that I had. I got this a couple of years ago, and I'm using Our Story, and I'm going to try to do it more towards the bottom so I can add some jute twine at the top. I made a bow using the leftover twine that I had and then added to the little corner. But that is it. Look how cute this little block decor piece turned out. And that is it for today. I really hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.